Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Q&A episode, ReelQuick, episode 166. Always a blast doing these each and every week. To ask us questions, you have to be a patron, part of our Discord, all that good stuff, which is in the links in the description down below. Go check it out. Growing stronger every single week. It's very exciting times over there. Shout out to our executive producers, Stefan Johnson, Stefan Nieberg, making all this happen. But our patrons have provided us, gentlemen, with a ton of incredible questions we're going to be answering today. Of course, for the audio listeners, it's me, Seth, and George. Cam is not able to be here. He's doing new house stuff. He's 25 now, so he's like full dad adult mode. Like you see a kid grow up in front of your eyes, and you're just proud of him. He's digging fence post holes, just all-time dad, grilling. I love seeing him come into his full dad form. But we got questions here. Let's just dive right in. We have plenty to choose from. First question is from Stefan Nieberg. Thank you so much for being an executive producer, our king. What was the first movie that you remember watching with your parents or other family, and how closely do you hold that film now?
The first one,
the first in cinema theater
experience.
Oh,
are we doing it in cinema?
Whatever comes to your mind.
In cinema, the first thing that came to my mind was I went to watch Zack Snyder's Watchmen with my family. And keep in mind, I was probably like 13 when this movie came out. So we walked out of that.
It's a very R-rated movie.
Yeah. My mom is like, that was too many blue penises on one screen. Like, we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. So like, I remember that vividly just because of my parents' reaction. But I don't know. There's a lot of movies like I just remember watching with my family, like My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the Lord of the Rings movies. Yeah, but Watchmen is like the vivid theater experience that I remember.
Yeah,
what are your memories?
I mean, Lord of the Rings, like they were massive. Like a lot of Ghibli's as well, like Spirited Away. That was like put on me really young. In terms of cinema, I distinctly remember my first film I ever went to see the cinema was Finding Nemo. And I remember running out because I was scared of Darla. She was terrifying. And I also have like distinct memories of watching the Harry Potters from like Prisoner of Azkaban to Hallows Part 2. You know what I mean? That like watching every year. And I remember because obviously when Prisoner of Azkaban came out, I was probably like, what, 6 or 7? And I remember going to see Goblet of Fire and being fucking terrified, like 7-year-old me in the maze scene at the end. But I remember going to, and that being such an event where we'd go into the Harry Potters, because Lord of the Rings, I would have only been like, what, 4? So, you know, not at all. But I remember going to see like Harry Potter from like Prisoner of Azkaban and then continue to go see them. So they were massive, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a couple memories. So youngest I can remember watching a movie, I loved The Little Rascals as a little kid. I would sing "You Are So Beautiful" to my mom all the time. So very wholesome moment by me.
That's very cute.
You know, respect your parents. But let's see. Then I remember first theater experience. I probably had plenty before this, but I always vividly remember seeing 300 in theaters with my dad during the summer, and then going into 4th grade afterwards and saying the highlight of my summer was seeing 300 in the movie theater. And the teacher, Mrs. Shopik, remember you, took me out of class after class and said like, took me aside in the hallway and was telling me how like it's a very inappropriate movie. I'm too young to be seeing that. It was very traumatizing because I was so confident. I was like, my summer was awesome. I saw Zack Snyder's 300 in theaters and then got ridiculed by the teacher for it. Saw Jackass 3D. I remember my friend's dad snuck us into a movie theater. The first like R-rated movie I ever snuck into was Jackass 3D. So that was a good memory. I remember Shutter Island. My dad rented it on Redbox and watched it with my stepmom and sisters. And all I ever saw of it was the trailer of like the shushing. So my heart rate was like going crazy in the opening scene. I was like, this is too scary for me. I ran upstairs in my room, didn't watch Shutter Island. Didn't end up watching until I was like 22. Let's see what else. We can just keep firing off some stuff here. But what made my mom watch Star Wars with me all the time as a kid. We watched all 6 of them in one day at one point, all on VHS.
I remember watching Pan's Labyrinth really young. That was like a distinct memory. I remember watching Pan's Labyrinth, and I remember being so scared of the pale.
Yeah, that's one that would stick with you. Seeing that at a young age.
When I first saw him with the eyes in his hands, I was like, Mom, why am I watching this for you? I'm like 8 years old. It's fucking crazy. I remember watching that like, vividly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like kind of about it. Oh, I used to watch a lot of the Coen brothers, like the Oh Brother Art Thou and Fargo. I remember watching those when I was really young because my mom used to have them on all the time. So those were like big as well. Definitely.
I didn't pre-screen these questions, so this next one rolls right into it. So I don't know if you've already given your answer, if you have a different one. But Dylan Chip asked, what's the first movie you ever remember watching in theaters? He says that his was the Simpsons movie when he was 6 or 7. For me, like I said,
I
the first
remember
one
seeing
vividly was
that.
300. You saw,
I
I
remember
did see that in theaters too.
I remember that being like such a vivid memory as well. I remember I literally remember going to see and who I was with, and Simpsons movie is weird. I remember that exactly. But yeah, Finding Nemo for me, definitely.
Finding
That was the first
Nemo.
one.
Yeah. I feel like I've had to have seen a movie before 300 in theaters because I was in 4th grade. And I know for sure I'd seen movies in theaters before that, but I don't remember anything before that. But George, what'd you say your first one was, if you remember?
I don't know. I mean, like, I obviously vividly remember like The Dark Knight with my mom and Watchmen with my whole family. I remember like The Incredibles, the animated
The Incredibles
Christmas
is pretty
Carol.
early.
Yeah, the animated A Christmas Carol with Jim
Oh, the
Carrey.
Mexican one.
Yeah, for some reason I remember that pretty vividly. I don't know.
The Incredibles 2004, so it might actually be that. You know, think about it.
Yeah, so The Incredibles might be like the earliest memory I have.
I think I went
but
to
I
see that as well.
don't know. I'm sure I'm missing something. I mean, I
When
know
was
I'm missing
Nemo?
something, but my memory is fading.
Weird memory is the first movie I remember falling asleep during in the theater was Iron Man 2. I remember I was like
Valid.
15 and I slept the whole freaking movie. I remember I like went there. I don't even know what the movie started. Like it was like trailers. And I remember waking up like with 10 minutes left in the movie. I was like, holy shit. That was just because my like dad like dropped us off at the theater. And I went and saw it. And I was like, that was a waste of my dad's $15 right there. I did not see a single lick of that movie. Sure, it was peak.
I vividly remember falling asleep to the Russell Crowe Robin Hood movie.
Oh, Ridley Scott's one. Wait, is that Ridley? Yeah, Ridley Scott's one.
Isn't the guy from Kingsman in that?
Oh yeah, directed by Ridley Scott.
Yeah, it's is it Mark Strong who's in that?
No. I thought the kid wasn't the main character. The kid from Kingsman, Eggsy.
No, Mark Strong's in it.
No. Robin.
Wait, is he it?
What movie am I thinking of? Kingsman cast. What's that dude's name? Freaking.
Maybe you are right. I can't see him because this is like. No.
This is Russell Crowe.
Oh, yeah. Taron Egerton was in 2018's Robin Hood.
I don't even know. Wait, what's 2018's Robin Hood? Have I seen that?
Directed by Otto Bathurst, who also directed Return of the Goat 2. Is the only other thing I've seen. Return of the Goat 2. This dude's done nothing. It's crazy. How do you get a studio movie?
That's
like
got
that?
Mads Mikkelsen in it, by the way, Tyler.
And Jamie Foxx.
The Goat 2. What the fuck is
oh
he
shit!
got?
Oh, then that one. And Jamie Dornan. Weird how that guy got such good actors. But let's see. What's next here? Who's winning in a 1v1, Iron Man or Batman? What's your picks? Stefan Johnson asks this.
Iron Man,
Batman,
no.
dude. What Batman?
You don't think it'd be Iron? I mean, I don't. Do you don't think it'd be Iron Man?
Really?
But I feel like Iron Man has way better, like more access to more technology than Batman. No?
They're both billionaire jerk offs. They're gonna adapt.
No, but like Iron Man has the like the source right to make something, like so it could fly in.
Yeah.
Shit.
So does Bruce Wayne.
Even not like on deck. I just feel like Iron Man has it there. You know.
No. I think Batman collapse Iron Man.
So Iron Man's IQ, Tony Stark's IQ, way higher than Bruce Wayne's, right? And then they have equal money. I feel like Iron Man wins that one.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne doesn't have a Jarvis equivalent. He just has a real person, Alfred.
Yeah, exactly.
How fast? Dude, Alfred's typing is way slower than an AI.
You guys complained about AI. You know, we need that person. You know,
I might
search.
I don't know. I feel like Iron Man wins that.
I'm picking.
But who wins if Iron Giant or Batman? I was wondering why I didn't fucking come up. That would be a war, to be fair.
Seth, did you care that England lost the Euro Cup?
No.
Did anyone in your family or did anyone in your family care?
Do you know what's mad, right? So you know when the last Euros 2020 or 2021 when it was pushed to,
yeah,
I cried when we lost the final. I was like really like such a massive moment in my life. I was like such a huge thing. And now I didn't even watch it. I don't care.
It's a good match, fun match.
Yeah, I heard.
And then Seth, did you finish the Elden Ring DLC?
Is that a question someone's asked?
Well, they said, "Are you playing it?" And I knew you were playing it.
So I went away, didn't I? I haven't played since I got back because I was on like the last boss, and he was really starting to grind my gears. But I'll go and get him soon. You know. I just had to relax a little bit and played a bit more UFC recently, just trying to.
Oh, nice.
Conor McGregor actually got. I don't know if you ever played the Hitman games, Tyler, because they're so fun. Conor McGregor got put in one recently, and it's like the most ridiculous mission. So I might re-download that. But I actually might buy the college football game as well because it looks quite fun. So
love it. Yeah. I know Alex Coleman's like deep in that right now. He's keeping us up to date.
I saw it in the chat actually.
Well, someone asked, is there going to be an episode going over the boys season 4? But if everything goes to plan, this will come out after that episode's already out. So that answers that for you. Are there any instruments that any of you guys play? I don't think I know this. Do any of you play any instruments?
I don't know. I played guitar for like 2 years when I was really young, but I don't know if I can do it now at all.
Yeah, I played the cello in high school.
Really?
I was not sick at it, but I did play the cello.
Damn, you picked like the bulkiest instrument to play for high school band.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I played acoustic guitar for like 2 years, like 15 to 16, and then kind of gave it up.
Yeah.
And I still have it, but I just haven't touched it in like years. But it's like kind of like what I'm saying. It's like guitars look nice. It's like just like a prop decoration in your house. It's like I haven't played it forever. Probably can't play anymore. But it's like it's nice sitting in the corner. It looks nice. Yeah. Maybe someone comes over and can serenade a little song.
I always wanted to play the drums, but I never got around to it. I think the drums would be cool, but they're also just fucking noisy, like so noisy. You know, that's the issue, isn't it?
I always wanted a drum set as a kid. Always like begged my parents for one. But yeah, it's like the least practical instrument ever. Like, and electric drums like are so practical, but I always felt like they wouldn't feel like the same. So like
it's not the same. Yeah. It's not even just the noise. It's just like the amount of space you need for a fucking drum kit is crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah. What is the first thing you would do if you won $1 million lottery, or the first thing you would buy? First thing you do would probably be, well, I don't even know. I'd probably quit my job, honestly, if I got $1 million.
First thing I'd buy? Probably a house, honestly.
Yeah, probably Criterion 50% off sale.
Yeah, true. I would actually buy some, like, I would get the craziest cinema room. Oh my god. I'd probably buy a house. Like, that's the first thing. A house
would be my first purchase.
Yeah, but you can get a house for a lot less. I mean, it depends on where you want to live. Than $1 million, so it's like you would have enough to buy a house.
George lives in New York, Tyler. George lives in New York.
Yeah, but there's also
George is getting like a studio for that price. Like,
true.
We're talking.
I would hope, George, if you got $1 million tomorrow, would you buy a studio in New York City, or would you buy like a nice house in Long Island or something?
No, probably a house in Long Island.
Yeah,
Oklahoma. You could move like south, George. Like
dude, you could buy the town of El Reno, Oklahoma. You could buy the whole town for $1 million.
For $1 million?
No,
George, you could buy like a ranch or something. You know, have some horses and like some cattle.
No, I could buy a decent house on Long Island, pretty close to the city. You know, good commute to work, good land.
Or you could just move here and it'd be easier.
Yeah,
I should have mentioned this in the Twisters episode, but bonus little fun fact. So Oklahoma. So I obviously lived in Minnesota and I moved down to Texas, so which is just straight down. So you basically drive straight south and you drive through Oklahoma to get there. And Dallas is only like 45 minutes from the Oklahoma border. So you're not in Texas that long to get to Dallas. So I was driving through and I'd never been there. I blindly accepted a job. It was like moving south. Sounds fun. Never seen it before. And your GPS is like an 18-hour drive, but the GPS keeps saying you're getting closer. I'm like, oh, I'm like an hour away and I'm still in Oklahoma. I started legitimately having like the first panic attack of my life, being like, this is nothing but nothing. Like it's just middle of nowhere, desert.
Yeah, that would really freak me out.
I was like, dude, we're an hour away now. Holy shit. Like, so sorry if you love Oklahoma, but I was literally, it gave me a panic attack for how dull and bland and ugly it was.
I would hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like
and then right when I crossed the border into Texas, like immediately all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's like trees and green. And I was like, okay, cool. We're okay with this. I got to Dallas. I'm like, we're good. But Oklahoma gave me a panic attack.
Fuck that.
They do have the largest casino in America though. So shout out Windstar Casino.
Or don't, you know? Fuck them places.
I've never been there actually, but it's like the largest square mileage casino in all of America. Let's see. Next question. Don't even know how we got there, but first thing you buy. So yeah, cinema room, a house. Logical one for sure. Would buy a house. Would get a crazy cinema room for sure.
Yeah.
Pay off debt, like boring adult stuff. Just pay off debt and save some stuff away. Buy a house and just ride from there. Wouldn't really do anything crazy in terms of like silly expenses.
Boring answers.
Yeah. But oh well. Next question will be this one's for George and Cam, but Cam can't be here. So I mean, you know, whatever. We can answer too, Seth. But Hamish Edwards asks, what is your favorite superhero suit of all time? And there's another question. So it's just totally separate. So what is your favorite superhero suit of all time?
That's a good.
We can answer this too, Seth.
The
Mine's
immediate
easy, but-
ones, the immediate ones that come to mind are Ben Affleck's Snyderverse suit, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man suit, and Captain America's Winter Soldier suit. Those are the three that immediately come to mind. Live action, I'm trying to think of like what would come to mind. I love Rorschach's design in Watchmen. I think everyone in Watchmen looks great, like looks very comic accurate, but I'd probably take Rorschach. Like those are the four that quickly come to mind.
Can I say MODOK? Or is that crazy? That's cute, technically. That'd be kind of cool.
I remembered his name.
Yeah, no, I know that guy.
Sure.
Mine's just so obvious. It probably is just like I love Tobey Maguire's, but again, that's just my affiliate, my love for the films.
Yeah,
and I do think it's the best Spider-Man suit, though. I do actually think.
Yeah.
Like I think it's the
I'll
best
also
one.
throw out Cavill's Man of Steel suit. I think that's the best Superman suit we've ever seen, without a doubt. Stop shaking your head, Tyler.
No, better than the original.
Yes, stop.
It's the worst
No.
Superman suit we've ever seen, dude.
Stop.
I'll tell you, I'll give you an MCU one. I always liked Black Panthers. I think that's fucking cool.
Oh, Black Panther is sick.
Black Panthers
Black
is like
Panther's
really
clean.
cool.
Weird one that like I don't think anyone like maybe liked, but I really liked in Zack Snyder's Justice League the Flashes. Like I liked like the hard bodied look of it,
I haven't
as
seen
opposed to
it.
like in the Flash movie, it becomes like an elasticy suit, but it looked like almost like football pads in like the DC.
Oh, yeah, I've
animated
seen
one.
videos. Like, yeah,
I kind of liked it. I was like, I hate how he runs in it, and I hate how they run in it. But I don't know. I guess the character's a he. Whatever. We'll do our best.
I hated the. I didn't like. But what George? What did you just say? Oh, Captain America.
Yeah.
Didn't like
His
his
Winter Soldier
in
suit.
first one, but I did like his in the Winter Soldier one. That was cool.
Yeah, Winter Soldier suit is the best. I do think in the first Avenger, like Captain America, the first Avenger, I think the first suit we see where he's like first introduced to the army as Captain America, I think that's a great suit. And then Winter Soldier, I think is the best suit.
Yeah, I'll probably say like Tobey Maguire or Black Panther for me.
I
Black
like
Panther.
Iron Man 1 suit, but I think as Iron Man went on, they got bulkier suits. I feel like it looks best when it's like the sleek Iron Man 1.
I agree. I don't
keep
like the
adding the
bulkier.
mask, I
When they
don't
get
like it.
bulkier, I think it looks worse. I really don't like the bulkier.
Speaking of bulky, I know you said you like the Ben Affleck suit, and that's like a bulkier Batman one. The comic rendering of like this is what the new James Gunn DC Universe comic ones look like. The Batman in that. You guys see that picture on Twitter?
No.
Oh my god, I don't know if I can find a share of it, but the Batman in
like
it looks like a
bulky?
freaking offensive lineman. Like he's a unit.
Like
Like,
more
he-
so than Ben Affleck's one, because Ben Affleck's one.
Yeah, no, it's a comic drawing, but it looks like the guy from Spider-Verse, the big bald guy,
No,
Indian
not
guy.
Kingpin.
No, yeah, DCU. I'm gonna look it up. Batman.
If we get a Batman
Um,
looking like Kingpin, that'd be crazy.
I gotta
That
find
would be
this
a
now.
refrigerator, man.
Like it's like it was like first look
Dude, it's a unit.
at DCU comics, whatever. If I can't find it on this one Twitter search, I'll give up there. Yeah. Freaking unit, and the logo unit here. I'm sending it to our group chat right now, and it's there. You have to tap into it, and it's the top right image. Batman is a unit in that. That's a bulky ass, and the logo's bulky as hell.
Have you sent it? I haven't got it.
Yeah, his thighs are tree trunks. You have to tap into that tweet.
Fuck, it actually is like Kingpin.
Yeah, told you. It's
Ugh,
literally-
that's horrible. I don't like that at all.
No, it sucks.
No, I think that'll look fucking terrible if that comes out like that.
And the logo on the chest is awful too.
Jesus.
No,
So I'm
that
forgetting
is,
this
That's just a rectangle.
Batman looks like Kingpin. You went wrong.
Dude, those
Like,
quads.
You could at least like
That's crazy.
Bro, that is like worse thinking. Is it somehow his head looks even smaller than Kingpin's? That's
Yeah.
wild.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I like it with the Black Panthers. Why I like that one so much is I like the sleek. It feels like you could move fast in it. I don't like the big bulky ones. You know what I mean? I don't like capes that often as well, unless it's Superman. That's the only one where I'll make it up. Or Mr. Incredible, because Edna Mode, you know, she doesn't like capes.
You got to
but,
respect the fashion designs of Edna Mode.
no capes.
Connor Connaughton asked, who would win in a gladiator match between the 4 ReelTok co-hosts?
Me.
Sorry,
I would
what
get
was the question?
last for sure.
What was the question?
Who would win?
No, I think George.
So Connor Connaughton asked, in a gladiator match of us 4 in the Coliseum fight to the death. We each have a sword or whatever. Maybe it's like a cornucopia in the middle where there's a run for it. I think I'm dying first. I'm the most out of shape. I'm dead first.
No, I think George, because I think George probably has the best stamina, I'm going to say. I think, George, your cardio. No.
Not one of us knows how to use a sword properly.
No, but I just mean, no, yeah, but this is the thing, because we're all at like even playing field. You could just you play regular sport. I've only just got into cardio recently, so you could probably just run for longer, you know?
Dude, I just had cancer. Do you know where my cardio is right now?
Fair.
I can barely stay an hour.
This is a cancerless world, George. This is just you. I'm telling you, right? The amount of tennis you play, your cardiovascular is probably quite high.
Couldn't disagree more. I wish you saw me play tennis 4 days ago and saw how pretty much dead I was almost immediately.
I'm winning then.
Cam's a thin guy. He probably has some good cardio.
I think betting odds are even across the board, I would say.
No, I'm dead first for sure. Well, no, I think I'm like the slowest and the most out of shape, but I think I'm like big enough that like if like Cam tries to get on me, I think I could like manhandle him and hack him.
Just throw him.
Yeah. But I'm not. I would put my money on Seth or George for sure. I think are the betting favorites. Me and Cam.
But then again, I have no hand-eye coordination. You put a sword in my hands, I'm fucked. There's no way I'm going to be able to use that.
Yeah, I think it'd be me versus Cam would try and get me because he's faster, and then he would try and take me down. Then I'd throw him and kill him, and then I'd be so out of breath that I'd be up there like, whoo, trying to catch my breath, and that's when you just come in behind me to stab me and kill me. So
Cam might be the dark horse in this scenario. Like we're just not here, and he's just like a little assassin, you know?
He'd be the dark horse in the scenario because he'd never show up to the Coliseum because he'd be like, sorry, I got kids. I can't be playing your fights. Can't be fighting to the death with the fellas. But let's see. This one I don't have an answer to, so I'll see if you guys have anything in your bags. I know you guys are much more music heads than me, but Hamish Edwards asks, if you could create your own mixtape of 5 songs and you could only listen to those 5 songs the rest of your life, what
Jesus Christ. God. So I could do albums. Songs is like that is
insane.
I'm just gonna give 5 like that I've been listening to like on repeat.
Yeah, I figured you guys wouldn't be able to lock it
because I'm not. I'm gonna give you like some on repeat right now because there's no way I will be able to do that. So I'm gonna go Kendrick, The Art of Peer Pressure from Good Kid, Mad City. I'll go for that one because that's what I've been listening to recently. I'll go Charlie XCX 365, but I have a feeling that might get quite tight after a while.
It's a good song though.
It is a fucking banger. I'll go ASAP Rocky. What? I smoked away my brain. That's a banger. I'll go
like
Massive Attack.
ASAP is a good album.
Yeah, it is. I'll go Massive Attack, Angel. And then I will finish off with something to cry to. And I'm going to be very basic here. I'm going to go for, George.
What, Someone Like You?
Coldplay, Spies.
Oh, okay.
Banger.
Not
Coldplay,
Spies.
Spies.
I like that.
I love
Spies. I would go, I don't know. I'm going off the top of my head. I'm going to definitely take Billy Joel's Vienna. I think that's an absolute necessity. Yeah. I think I would need a killer song in there, and I think I would take probably a Dustland Fairy Tale.
Not Mr. Brightside.
It's a good song, but no.
No, it's so overplayed. That is annoying.
Yeah. No. This is too tough, man. I think I would take like Bon Iver's For Emma. I would take Billie Eilish's When the Party's Over, maybe.
Oh, that's kind of a good pick, Billie. Actually,
like 7 Billie Eilish songs.
That's a good pick.
Give me my favorite 21 Pilots song, which is Car Radio.
Based.
Did I just do 4 or was that 5?
No, you did 6.
No. I did. I
swear you did
Vienna, A Dustland Fairy Tale, For Emma.
What was the killer's one you took? Which one was that?
Yeah, Dustland Fairy Tale. So I got one more.
Oh, yeah.
This is too tough, man. But I guess
take some Kendrick. Go on, you need to take one Kendrick.
Favorite songs is insane. I could never put together.
Albums is much easier than songs. Songs is too hard.
I'll take Chappell Roan's "Picture You" because that's just been on repeat. And that's the only thing in my head right now.
That's
those
fair.
are my 5.
That's fair.
My music bag is so not deep because this is how undeep it is, and this is how much I've lost love for the game, which is disappointing because I used to love music. I canceled Spotify Premium, so I get ads.
No,
Yeah, because I don't listen to
I haven't
any music.
I haven't not had Spotify Premium since I was like 15. It feels
I went from like every year getting like 120,000 minutes on the Spotify Wrapped to now I only listen to podcasts and don't listen to any music, which is sad.
wow.
So my five
here's
would
a
be.
question.
Go ahead.
Quick question: If you started, let's say Letterboxd was for music, and you started Letterboxd the same day you started your movie Letterboxd, how many albums do you think you would have logged by now?
Music, I've been through phasing. I used to be into music more than I was films at one point in my life when I was younger. Now,
Yeah,
not
me
as
too.
much. I would say
Like I don't think it would be that. Like I think I would have 1,500 albums logged easily.
I mean, the average album usually is around 50 minutes to like an hour 10, isn't it? Nowadays,
Yeah.
most of the time. So I think 2K in lifetime, maybe like 2K.
Yeah, I think Lifetime
Way
might
more
be
than me.
close.
I like
Maybe.
listening to albums all the way through, but I don't know. I
As a
wouldn't have
guess.
close to
I'm
as
just
many
thinking
movies.
because like I'm comparing it to like films. The average film is probably like the average like 145, 150. I used to listen to a lot of music when I was younger, like a lot. I think I'd maybe like 1750 2K albums ish. That could be like around it, maybe. I don't know though.
These are crazy numbers. I'm not anywhere close to that.
It might be less, to be honest, but that just seems right in my head. But it might be less.
Trying to see any other questions we skipped over that would be fun to add in, but we've covered most of them.
I said, if you feel it.
Sad you didn't do that on the episode.
Yeah, you
I
should.
know. I can't believe I didn't do it. I actually genuinely cannot believe I did not do it on the episode.
Final question from Dean Cotamanidis. We've answered it before, but what's the one that's on your mind right now? So what's a collaboration you need to see that hasn't been done, actors and directors? So an actor and a director that hasn't been done. They obviously both have to be living, has to be feasible to make it happen. I was about to say Glenn Powell and Christopher Nolan, but he was in The Dark Knight Rises.
I was
so
thinking
can't do
the
that.
same thing. now Glenn Powell is the only thing in my head.
I'll say this is very unrealistic and it will never happen because I don't even know if he's still going to be making anything, but he technically is working. I'll say David Lynch and Tom Cruise. Get him back in his like eyes wide shut Magnolia bag with David Lynch. That'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna throw out Tom Cruise too, because I feel like Tom Cruise has
worked with every director though. Like every great director.
At this point, just keep it going. Give me Tom Cruise and Denis Villeneuve. You know, just keep that going.
He literally his bag of directors.
With everyone, it's insane.
It's crazy. It's the best ever. Like we were going through the other day, catalog is just insane.
I was even about to throw out Timmy and Chris, but Interstellar, obviously.
Yeah, true. I would go. You know, people have been comparing. I saw someone tweet saying like Glenn Powell's career is most closely emulating Matthew McConaughey's.
I saw that. Yeah.
But no, you know, I'm gonna more go the Bradley Cooper route, which is a more interesting choice for Bradley Cooper. But I want to see Glenn Powell in a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. I was thinking about Bradley Cooper. And
That's like that's a really really good one.
Yeah, they haven't worked together, so I think it'd be a fun one. Fun little mix. PTA and GP dubs.
Give me Daniel Day-Lewis out of retirement working with Christopher Nolan, man.
No,
what do they even do together? Daniel Day-Lewis can do like big action movies.
We can't do a retirement. We can't do retirement.
Yeah, he's retired.
Out of retirement before. He'll do it again. I'm confident.
I don't know. It's been
a while.
It's been like 7 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. This guy, he doesn't. Have you seen him on the streets at the moment? He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's just like
he looks like a homeless dude, like full blown.
Yeah, and he's happy doing it. So fair play to him. But also, please come back because we all miss you.
That'll do it for our Q&A episode today. Tomorrow we'll be having a ReelQuick draft of some sorts. Well, it will be Inside Out Emotions if we didn't have a boys episode. If we did have a boys episode, then who knows? Because we're a week in the future at this point doing this video, recording it. But with that, hope you enjoyed this week of content. We will see you tomorrow on the ReelQuick, and we'll see you next Monday with the big episode 100 of ReelTok. So very exciting. We still don't have really a plan yet for what we're going to do for it, but we'll have something figured out. It's also trap week, but we want to do something special for the episode 100. But with that, we will see you later. Peace.